Yeah, I think it's working. Hey, Tubi people, I will Mad Mud Duck back at you. Oh, it's like the 22nd of March and it's Tuesday. And I'm kicking back in the trailer. I just had to go down and do a thermostat on Ed's van. It's had overheating problems. Replaced the water pump. I just replaced the thermostat. I put the goddamn belt on it 4 different times, maybe 5, I don't know. Put a new idler tension arm pulley on it. Had to put a bolt into the alternator bracket that holds the bottom of the alternator and the tensioner all together because somebody didn't put a nut on the end of that bolt. And I looked all around that engine. I looked under where the vehicle was when I was working on it, and I couldn't find that nut anywhere, so I know I didn't lose it. I was pretty sure I didn't lose it. So, I'm sitting back tonight watching television. I got this one channel that has nothing but bad old westerns. And right now watching, taking goddamn blind and glaring things off. I was watching when Ed texted me he needed the water pump done. Or not the water pump, but the thermostat. That was, I was about halfway through the movie Paleface with Bob Hope and, shit, I can't remember her name right now. And I should because I was watching the movie, but it'll come to me while I'm sitting here. And by the time I go down, borrow the little red truck, go down to O'Reilly's, get the part, come up, get it all put in, taken apart, put back in, checked out, all's good, it's not overheating. If it quit sitting there and letting it idle for a goddamn half hour at a time without the heater going, it would help, the heat problem with it. But, who wants to listen to me? I'm only this goddamn mechanic. Yeah, so I got that done and I come back and the shakiest gun in the West is on television. So I missed the end of Paleface and get into about halfway, maybe half hour into Shakiest Gun in the West, and I'm going, you know what? This is damn near the same movie. But sitting there watching a commercial about some goddamn medication that they claim that you need for shingles. Because evidently if you had chicken pox, you're going to get shingles. I had chicken pox a couple times. I got a scar up here someplace. I got a scar on my chest about here. And I got one on the tip of my dick. But don't ask me why. I know too much information. But got one on my wrist in here somewhere. I know it's right. Nah, fuck it. So, in this commercial, they list all these side effects of bad shit that can happen. And one of the side effects is this thing called Guillain-Barré. And if that's a side effect from one of the medications that you're suggesting to people, you are evil people. That is not a goddamn thing that you ever want to inflict on anybody. Long, long ago, back when I was young and good looking. Okay, I lied to you. Back when I was young. In high school, there was this mandatory shot thing that was going on. For some fucking flu, Russian flu, or whatever fuck, I don't know. I've lost count of been so many fucking flu outbreaks and shit like this COVID shit since I was a little kid that, yeah, like I'm worried about it. If I catch it, I catch it. And if I die, I die. Big deal. But the girl that was in line in front of me, Charity, and I was best man at her wedding because her husband, the guy that married her, was my best friend, Thomas. And the guy behind me, Kenny, and I can't remember Kenny's last name for fucking, I mean, we're talking back in the 70s here. And Richard Gilbert come up and he asked me, hey, you got your bowl on you? Duh. Yeah. And we went out to my 57 Oldsmobile Super 88 four-door with the 394, the 394 cubic inch Oldsmobile rocket engine and tri-power carburetors. That car got up and moved for a big old four-door. And we smoked a bowl or 3 or 5 or maybe we got stoned, and by the time we got back to where this mandatory shot thing was going on, it was over with. Okay, so both Charity and Kenny got this shit called Guillain-Barré. And this is the first time I ever heard of it. Back when I was about maybe 17, 18 years old. Me and my dad used to ride up to the hospital together so I could go up and visit Charity while she was in her iron lung, and he could visit his friend PK that was in an iron lung, because guess what he had from a mandatory flu shot from the place that he worked. He was a tanker driver for 76 at the time. So he got the mandatory flu shot, and then he got the Guillain-Barré. Dad would go up about once or twice a week, visit him, give him a shave. I'd go up and see Charity in her iron lung, and when I wasn't riding up there with her boyfriend at the time, Tom, my best friend for many, 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 many years. And then Kenny, the Guillain-Barré shit killed Kenny, you bastards. Long before that was even a fucking popular phrase. They killed Kenny. And the thing I'm looking at when I think back about that is my dumbass would have got it too if I hadn't stepped out of line to go smoke a bowl. So, once again, marijuana saved my life. But one of the side effects is No, that used to be like 1 in a goddamn 100,000 people ever contracted that. And that's a side effect from this goddamn medicine they're talking about for shingles. I don't know, man. Somewhere I see that as fucked up. If you're creating a medicine where the side effect is something... I mean, you know, PK was never the same. He was wheelchair bound for the rest of his life. And Charity... Oh, she's maybe about 75% there. She still has episodes where she falls down, but long ago. I put it back on so I could see, but I put a tilt into them, and I don't get quite the fucking glare. So... basically, that's what I come to rant and bitch about, is this goddamn commercial with this Guillain-Barré side effect it's for shingles, but it can give you something that can fuck you up even more. That was about the time I quit taking any vaccines or any shots of any sort. No, I'm not taking that. Mandatory flu shots. No, thank you. I'd get your motherfucking flu without your flu shot. They started been hounding me for that for over 20 years now. Get a mandatory flu shot. Okay, so enough of that. I just thought I'd rant and rave about that for a second because, no, that ain't right. A medicine that gives you something that could fuck you up as a side effect. No, thank you. Okay, that's even worse than oily anal discharge. Where's the off button on this fucker? Alright, that's it.